Hey everyone, welcome to Queerly Recommended, the podcast where we recommend queer books, films, TV shows, and more. I'm Tara Scott, and I review sapphic fiction at the Lesbian Review and Smart Bitches Trashy Books. And this week, like last week, and probably next week, and by week I mean episodes, I'm recommending a recently released holiday sapphic romance.
Yay! And I'm Kris Bryant, a contemporary romance writer for Bold Strokes Books. And this week I'm recommending a series on HBO Max or Crave in Canada.
Woo! It's December!
Yay!
We made it!
And it's a Monday night.
Yeah,
anything could happen. Right. Buckle up. Here we go.
All right, what is going on with you?
So can we talk about the cats?
Please. It's been a while,
cats.
and I bet people are wondering what's happening with Black Kitty and Orange Kitty.
Right. So here's the deal. So suddenly, thanks to Canada, we have a cold spell going through right now. And the temperatures are in the teens at night. So I cannot let those kitties go out there in that cold because I just can't. And also we got about 4 inches of snow today. So they are stuck in here until probably the weekend. They're stuck inside. They go out for like 10 seconds and then they turn around and like, nope, and come back right back in. Nope. But so here's the thing. So they sleep all day. And when I'm home, I like to nudge them awake, you know, kind of like what they do to me in the middle of the night, where they like to jump on the headboard that I have and scratch, because it's material and it feels really good on their nails. And so, okay, I say it's really Orange Kitty. But Black Kitty is guilty at about 4 o'clock getting the zoomies. So 4 o'clock, 4 in the morning is when Black Kitty just sweetest cat. Hour. Yes. And so what I started doing is, you know, because I get up in the middle of the night 1,000 times and I'll let them out and then I'll go to the bathroom, take a drink of water or whatever. And then I come back and they come in and they're fine. But I don't want this to be, you know, every hour. It's like kids.
Nope.
You know, they want to go out, go back in, go out, come back in. So yeah, so it's the winter time and we're adjusting to the cat schedule. It's hard. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Sorry
about that cold front. I wonder if it's
it's terrible.
We had a cold snap that went away.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
I'm sorry, I meant to send it to somebody else. I missed.
So Deb and I still haven't gotten out the winter coats. We're like, meh. And then we're like, oh,
really?
Really? We have 9,000 tubs downstairs in storage and no idea where they could be. So, but we have a coat rack full of jackets, like good jackets. Some of them are puffer low coats, thin jackets, thicker jackets, thin coats. I mean, they'll work. We'll make it work. But I guess we were in denial. Like, it's really not winter. It was like 70 degrees a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's wild. That's truly wild. So, I don't know. My winter coat stays in the hall closet because you never know.
Canada.
Either, right?
Right. Exactly. So anyway, so that happened. And I put the Christmas tree up.
Yay! So did we.
Here's the deal with my Christmas tree. Orange Kitty, he leaves it alone, but he likes to hide under it and spring out as you're walking by and grab your legs. It's like, son, I can see you from where you are. He just grabs my legs and like he does. It's good. He doesn't use his claws or anything. He just grabs my legs. So he's learning. He's learning not to use his claws. So that's great. But he doesn't mess with the ornaments. He doesn't try to climb it. He just likes to hide underneath it. And he'll also spring out at Black Kitty. So that's always fun.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So he's just so mischievous.
He really is. Like, and this is not a big house. So he doesn't have a lot of places to expel his energy.
So it's actually extra exciting. He's like, haha, I have cover now. No one will know that it's me.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh my
So, yeah. And Black Kitty sleeps all day on my blanket on the couch and then does the zoomies at 4. So that's where we're at. That's cute. The cat update. That's the Christmas tree update.
Okay. Follow-up question about the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Because I don't think we were recording at the time, but I think after we finished recording, you were saying you were torn between, do you go with the more kind of elegant white lights? Do you go with the more colorful Beautiful Christmas chaos. Look,
Um,
so
right.
what did you
So
go for?
I have a flock tree, so I went with white. I have
Mm-hmm.
white. And then I added green to my normal red and white and silver. I added a little bit of green. And I have teddy
Very
bears,
nice.
and it's really nice. It looks really nice. And I have a red ribbon that,
Mm-hmm.
goes around it. And that turned out really nice. That was something that Orange Kitty did find because I dropped it in the back instead of like tucking it in the tree like I should have. There was like a little piece
Oh,
left and it just kind of fell. And I was like, it's no big deal. No. So I put it up and yeah, so it looks really nice. I'll have to send you a picture.
good.
I think it looks nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I like to have pretty trees. So
Mm-hmm.
and anything like my sister, whenever she goes on her trips to Europe, those ornaments find their way to the back of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. But I'm very finicky about my tree. Like I really am. My decor is my decor. Like come on, I have to look at it for a whole month. So it's
Uh-huh.
gonna be pretty.
That's
And
fair.
I have a story to tell you. This
I'm ready.
this okay, so I talk about my neighbors across the street all the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody here has been on this journey with me. I told you about the time that the we had to call the cops. We've called them
Mm-hmm.
several times, but this was the time when he was chasing her with a box cutter
Yep.
and she ran in and locked him out and then he punched her tires in her car. Yeah, slashed them, I guess is how you would say it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so like hearing noises all throughout the night is not unusual. We think that there's a lot of illegal stuff going on. They're just like nobody talks to them because you don't know if you're going to get shot or whatever. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They're just terrible neighbors. So Thanksgiving night, I had just taken my meds. Well, that's not true. I had taken my meds like an hour and a half before. So I was getting close to being tired. It was almost time to go to
Yeah.
bed. And I was watching Survivor because I missed Wednesday. So I watched it, after all the festivities on Thanksgiving. And it was like 10:30, a little after
Mm-hmm.
10:30. And I hear this pop. I'm like, what now? So I look out the window and their house is on fire. It is on fire.
Damn.
And I'm like, okay, so the reason why I put my Christmas tree up later than normal, that what I would have loved to have put up, was because I hurt my
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, I'm on a heating pad. And so I was mending, I was on the mend, and I'm still okay. But like I saw it and it didn't register because the flames, like there was a bicycle that had caught fire. The rubber had
Oh
caught
my
fire.
goodness.
So there was these two round flames. And then the fire, I'll tell you how it started, but we'll get to that later. What I heard was the front window exploding from all the
Oh my
pressure and
goodness.
heat from the inside. And so then when the window opened, then that's when the flames came out and jumped on the roof. And I'm sure on the inside they were through the roof too. So I'm in full panic mode. I'm in my pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold. It's not super cold. It's like 29, 28
It's
degrees.
cold enough.
Cold enough. So I grabbed Crocs because that's what I have by the door to get the mail. I just have Crocs. So I have Crocs and I race over there. There's no car. Okay. But these people they have 5 children and they leave their kids home alone all the time. They have like an older, like 14-year-old girl, 14,
Mm-hmm.
15, somewhere around there. And so she's home alone watching the kids a lot. And the kids are like 4, 5, and maybe 3, 3, 4, 5. I think there's a total of 5 kids. So I'm banging on the doors. Deb's calling 911. I'm
Mm-hmm.
banging on the doors. I'm sorry, I can't even get to the door because it's flames. So I'm banging on the side windows. I'm banging and I'm yelling. I'm yelling. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'll go to the garage because a lot of times they're in the garage doing God knows what with the little thing with it opened a little bit to vent it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to go over there and then something exploded inside the house. And so I raced back over to across the street to my house. And I'm like, Debbie, will the hose reach? And she's like, it's too short. It's too short. Like it won't reach. She goes like, it won't even reach the street. Thankfully, the fire trucks, there were 5 of them, and an ambulance and a couple cop cars. They show up within 4 minutes. That's
Good.
crazy fast. That is crazy
Good.
fast. And so all the flashing lights and everything, and I'm standing outside with the neighbor. So get this, the neighbor next door,
Mm-hmm.
she comes out and she's like just very skeptical. She's just one of the, oh, they probably started it, blah, 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 you know. She goes, yeah, I looked out like, I don't know, maybe an hour ago, and I saw flames, but I thought it was like the TV. What? Like, why? And then she didn't even call 911. She dialed the police station and she left a message. I'm like, oh my God.
What?
911. Like, everybody knows 911.
Oh
That's
my
just what you
God.
call. So she goes, yeah, I called it twice, and both times I got the answering machine. And Debbie's like, yeah, I called 911 and got right through. I mean,
Which is what you're supposed to do.
right. So the cop comes, you know, I go, you need to, like, there might be children in there. They're home alone a lot. Plus they have a dog. So please, you know, check. So he gets on his radio and tells the everybody to look. And so thankfully everybody was gone. The dog was gone. Everybody was gone.
Oh, good.
So they basically chopped the roof, you know, threw furniture out the front window. I had to go in because the strobing lights there's too much, and I had smoke and I was coughing. So Deb's like, go in. So, and then I couldn't stay in because I was just, you know, I was, ugh. So I put on a mask. Yes. And I went outside, and just to see what was going on, you know, to see if they were going to come home, like where they were. Like, nobody has their number, and they have lived there for several years. So nobody has their number. So yeah. So I said, well, Debbie slept in the living room. She was going to try to stay awake. And if they came home late, you know, she was going to be able to, you know, answer any questions or whatever. And so then everybody left by like 1:30 or so. And then about 2:00, somebody came by and boarded up the windows and the door, everything that they broke. You know, the roof wasn't tarped or anything. It's just holes in the roof. That's just going to have to happen. And then the next day on, Black Friday, they came home about 10:30 in the morning, and it was just them, the man and the woman. Oh. And so they're sitting in their car, and I'm like, and they get out, and they're just kind of looking, and it was just weird. Like, it was just a weird reaction. So I gave them a little bit of time before I went out there to tell them what happened. So I went out there, and I was shaking when I was telling them. I was shaking, like I thought my knees were gonna like collapse the night it happened. Like, it hit me so hard. It was just, yeah. I've never been that close to a house fire before. And you don't realize just how like traumatic it could be. You know, yes, everybody says, oh, I lost everything, but you know, we survived, or, you know, we have our lives. But literally, you're losing everything. And so the lady, I tell her, and she's like, we don't have our insurance up to date. It is not up to date. Yeah. She goes, I'm pretty sure it's not up to date. She goes, I can almost guarantee it. But she had really like no reaction when I was telling her. She goes, they were here for 4 hours. Because I go, they probably left about, you know, 1:30 or so. And she goes, they were here for 4 hours. I'm like, what a weird thing to ask. But it was just very interesting, the whole interaction, you know. And yeah, so I like went home and did a post on Patreon. I'm like, hey, everybody, get a fire extinguisher if you don't have one. You know, I mean, I have this little tiny one in the kitchen, but I actually ordered like a normal size one, and then like a more of an industrial size one. If this were to ever happen again, God forbid, to anybody, I want to be a little bit more prepared, because I was so helpless. Like, you know. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it hit me hard. So FYI, public service announcement. If you don't have a fire extinguisher in your house or apartment, I highly recommend getting one. They're not that expensive. You can get a smaller one for about $40. You know, they range in there for like $40 to $90, and it's so worth it. So, and pay your insurance. For sure, because you know. And so here's what she said. She goes, "Did they tell you how it started?" And I said, "No, I'm pretty sure this is an ongoing investigation. Why would they tell me that? Like, I'm just somebody. I'm a neighbor. Yeah. I mean, of course, I watch so many, like, you know, fire shows, Chicago crime fire shows. So, I mean, I'm sure that it's not an ongoing investigation, but I just said no, you know, because I'm not the owner. Why would they tell me that? They would never tell anybody that." No. She goes, "It's probably because we had a space heater on." Yeah, they left with a space heater on. She goes, "It's a tiny one. It's like tiny." And she's like 8x8. It's one of those little tiny ones. Like, all the space heaters now, if they fall over, they turn off. Like, every single one of them now has that safety feature. Every single one. So, I mean, was it one from the 1960s? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, my God. Yes.
Why would you leave your house with your space heater on?
Right. I know. So that was terrible.
Uh,
So I was like, well, and then they just got in their car and left. I mean, the guy went in, he went through the garage door and he's like, everything's ruined. It's all ruined. And then they left. And so I'm like,
wow.
Red Cross came by later that afternoon. I have no idea what they were doing. They were looking at all the furniture in the yard. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. And then you have all the
Mm-hmm.
looky-loos that come by. And then I'm sure there's people who are like getting ready to call the bank. Hey, house fire. Like that is a thing around here. Like, especially in this neighborhood, when a house, like, I have a lot of older neighbors, and I'm sure people are just like flipping through the obituaries. Hey, it's terrible. I'm not even joking when I say that. Like,
Whoa.
yeah. So I'm sure they're like vultures. I'm going to call that. They're vultures. They
Mm-hmm.
come around looking for houses and to flip them and make money. So that's where we're at. That has been
Awful.
my like crazy life lately. So yeah. So what's going on with you?
Not that. Holy shit. I'm glad none of them were there. That's
Oh, for
awful.
sure. I know. Yeah.
We also put up our tree. We did it last weekend.
Oh, nice.
And actually, what was really lovely was on Sunday morning, I woke up
Oh.
and Neil had the tree set up and he made sure. So he got Christmas like pajama pants for one kid and a pajama top for the other kid. And he had candy canes and he had Christmas chocolate. It was all set up
Ah,
so that we could decorate the tree together, which was
that's very
really,
sweet.
it was very, very lovely. And it's kind of fun going through, like, yeah, we have like a normal set of ornaments that they all match each other, but then there's also the ones that are like, oh, the kids made this in a craft and it's
Right.
very wonky and it's going on the tree. There's some ornaments from when he was a kid, some ornaments from when I was a kid. Yeah, it was just a nice, like, actually put on Christmas music, although I haven't thought
Ah,
to
that's
put it
sweet.
on again since then. I just like having it there. Like
Mhm.
it's just a little boost to going in the living room and seeing it there and having the lights. And Ember leaves it alone, thankfully, but I've gotten a couple good photos of her with the tree. So
Ah, I bet.
that dog and her glamour shots.
What a beaut. What a beaut. I did get a couple of pictures of Orange Kitty with the tree. I mean, like underneath the tree when he's
Oh,
hiding.
cute.
It looks so cute. Like, but
Yeah.
mm,
That
just
was the
photogenic
other.
cats.
He also surprised all of us so that when we came down, Ember was wearing her new Christmas sweater for this year. So
Ah. Does she wear sweaters well?
she does. She does actually. So
Nice.
we don't do clothes on her all the time. But there was a period where, do you remember when she was a t-shirt dog for a long time? Because she would scratch her sides until she would bleed.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we kept a t-shirt on her. And so we don't need to anymore. We're able to control her allergies because of course we have a dog with allergies.
Of course. It's only
But
fitting.
mhm. So yeah, she does fine with it. Although it's been off for a while and she found it on the floor at one point and then she decided that was her toy, like that was her, she needed
Oh.
to carry it around and like whip it around like she's trying to kill it. And it's like, no, 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 no. No, no, I took it away from her today. And then I watched her like 30 seconds later, the little shit thought I wasn't paying attention. I put it on the coffee table and she just
Yeah,
like
she got it.
delicately grabbed it and started to walk away.
I'm gonna play with it in another room.
But we caught her and we took it back. I was like, no, we need this for Christmas. Leave it
Yeah.
be.
Molly was real good with sweaters. She could wear them
Oh, yeah.
shirts and she loved it all. She looks so good too.
hmm
Mhm.
All right. So, what have you been watching lately?
Okay, so here we go. I finished Scandal and I felt sad when it was over. Like these characters are terrible. They're terrible
hmm
people. They've killed people for power, for just it's a power struggle. That's what this whole like 7 seasons is all about
hmm
that. But I couldn't stop watching. Like I just couldn't stop it. Like it was like these people are terrible. But it's like let's
Yeah.
watch the next episode. And so season 7 was really it was the worst season. I felt like the characters weren't true to their original. I felt like there must have been a writing
hmm
change somewhere in there because they were
hmm
not acting how they normally did. And they were completely appalled that like somebody would kill somebody for something. I'm like, hello, excuse me, you killed 13 people in the first season alone. So like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. You personally.
Right. So, and they act all like, oh, I can't believe they do it. I just felt like the writing lacked in season 7. So it was a good time for them to stop.
hmm
Yeah. So that. Oh, did I tell you about the game I played on Halloween? Wits and Wagers.
I don't think so.
Okay, so basically it's trivia questions and you bet on like everybody gives there's a question and everybody gives an answer what they think it is and it's like on a bet board, 6 to 1 odds,
Mm,
4 to 1, and you put like from the lowest amount to the highest amount. Like somebody might have
hmm
said zero, somebody might have said 400, whatever. And so one of the questions was how many survivors were there on the first episode of the TV series Lost? So, I mean, here's the deal. Like, I don't want to give this away. Well, I guess I have to. I mean, it was a series from 2010, I think is when it
Yeah, I think
started.
you're okay.
I think I'm okay. Okay, so basically, so I'm like zero. They were all dead. Like this whole, all 6 seasons of Lost. Yeah, I know. Oh, why'd you give that away? They're dead. Like they don't
hmm
know that they're dead, but they're dead.
hmm
And I think we talked about this because I'm like, the first time I saw the polar bear, I'm like, I'm out. Like this, I can't do this. I watched Lost when it first was on because I thought, oh, this is really interesting because plane
Yeah.
wreck, surviving being on a deserted island on a plane wreck. Of course, I want to watch that. That sounds
hmm
amazing. Like think of that. I mean, just how like here you go, good versus evil pops up immediately. Like it's
Yeah.
such an interesting social experiment. So I was all into it when it first came out, but then it got so like ridiculous. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. So I
I
stopped
can't
watching it.
remember. I can't remember how far we watched. Like, I can't remember if we started the last season or if we stopped partway through the season prior.
Mm.
I don't know. It was like we were watching it and we even made it through season three, which was it was such a weird season because it was almost like they didn't know where the story was going, or if they did know where the story was going, they didn't know how long it would take for them to get
Oh,
there. Because it was such a popular show, it just kept getting renewed
right.
year after year. So it's not like with shows now, it seems like for the most part, they're trying to, okay, this is the full story we want to tell. Versus back then, it was like, how long can we keep a show,
Right. How can we dangle? Like, I mean,
right?
it was an interesting way to tell and explain people's backstories and how they got there. And then
Mm-hmm.
again, like I said, it's a social thing. I mean, it's also
Yeah.
power. Power. There it is, power. It's a power thing.
Yeah.
So then I said, well, what the hell? Let's watch it because it's on Netflix and I'm done with Scandal. So I just thought I'd go ahead and just like start it, like
Uh-huh.
whatever. Oh my God. There's so many clues that tell you these people are dead. Like there's so many clues. The whole time I'm like,
Uh-huh.
how did nobody get this? How did not a single person get this? And of course, everybody's going to say, I knew, I knew. But let me tell you, you really didn't. You
No.
really had hope. Everybody
No,
always has
nobody knew.
hope. Yeah. Nobody knew. But it's like, we've been dead for 3 days. Like there's so many things just in the first episode alone that tell you, oh yeah, they're really dead. And then
Uh-huh.
I think I'm on like episode 6 now. I'm like, oh my God, it's like right there. It's staring me in the face this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. So it's so obvious
Was it
looking
just in
back.
the finale that it was revealed?
Yeah, the very last episode. And
Yeah, that's why everybody got so mad.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Hmm
just remember seeing because I didn't watch, like I said, I trailed off. I didn't watch it, but then
Yeah.
I watched the last episode, or I saw the ending at the last episode where he's
hmm
sitting. I guess they're all in a church or something when they all realize their fate, except for Jack. He's sitting out on a bench and he's like, I'll be there soon. For him to like deal with, the reality of the fact that it's his
hmm
death. It's just like it was just, yeah. So I'm
hmm
watching that until I can't watch it anymore. It's just one of those where it's just something to binge. And
Yeah.
yeah. So for this podcast, I renewed Hallmark Plus because I'm like,
Yay.
I missed so many queer Christmas movies last season because of the way our podcast fell. It was just like
Yes.
they came on after they were released after our podcast, so it was just
Yeah.
kind of weird. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back and watch some of them, and they were terrible. Oh my goodness, they were terrible. Like Hallmark is terrible anyway, but every so often you just need
Uh-huh.
that snuggly hug of a Hallmark movie. But these
Sure.
are terrible. I tried. I really tried. I really
You
forced
did your
this one.
best.
I
You did your
watched
best.
75% of it.
Are you gonna try any of the new, because I think there are a few new Sapphic ones from Tello.
Yeah, there's like a firewoman one,
Yeah.
firefighter one. There's one with a baby, but they don't get released for until next week or something. But yeah, I'll watch every single one, of course, because I want this. I want the queer Christmas. I want all of that. But oh my goodness,
Mhm.
like the two I started, I was like, some Cherry Lane. No, 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 no. That was bad. Cherry Lane was bad. And then the other one was I don't remember what the other one was. Oh, it was where Oliver and somebody switch places. It's kind of like that movie with Kate Winslet and I think Cameron Diaz. They switch places. Like one's in England and one's in LA,
Oh,
and they
The
switched
Holiday?
is it called The Holiday?
I think I could be wrong.
Because there's so many, like, because then I keep thinking of I'm thinking of The Last Holiday with Queen Latifah, and there's just too many holiday movies. Like I don't know what to
Mm-hmm.
call them, but same thing, like a switcheroo, but make it
Yeah.
queer, which I'm all for, but make it good at least. Like don't do the stereotypes. Come
Or
on.
at least make it okay. Like
Yes,
at this point, our standards are not super high for Hallmark
right,
anyway. And like just make it like just make it cute.
right, and make me sigh.
Mm-hmm.
That was so good,
Mm-hmm.
and I was not like that. I was like, stop it, just stop this right now. Like that's where I was
Unfortunate.
with that. Yeah. And then lastly, I had to restart Stranger Things, like from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, oh, I'll be smart and I'll watch season 4 since the new season 5 just dropped. And I
Yeah,
turned on season 4. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what happened to the other people. So I just told Deb, hey, let's just start this from the beginning. So that's what we're doing. So we are now on
good
season
plan.
2. Thankfully, unlike Scandal that had like 22 or 24 episodes a season, Stranger Things only has like 8 to 12, I think, episodes a season.
Oh, so
Yeah,
much more
so it's going to be
doable.
super fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to point out that there's so much smoking. So much smoking.
Well, yeah, doesn't it take place in the 80s?
It does. But I mean, and it's so funny because the rules have kind of changed for smoking. Like most people don't smoke in the house now. They'll like smoke out in the garage, they'll go outside.
Yeah.
But most people that I know who smoke do not smoke in their house.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are like just chain smoking in the house, like nonstop. And I'm just like, I remember
It
that
was a
time. It
time.
was a time. And I was just appalled by watching it. I was like, please tell me they stop, or like Hopper has a cigarette like sun up, sundown, probably in his sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and Winona Ryder, same thing. It's like, stop smoking. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, so but yeah, anyway, so it's like watching a new show though, because I don't remember any of it. It started 9 years ago. I don't remember what I had for dinner last night.
Isn't it great?
It is.
That's the beauty of not having the best memories. You can go back to a
Right.
book or a movie or whatever, and you'd be like,
This is so
"Oh yeah,
new.
this is great. I see why I liked
Right.
it."
Exactly. So I have done a lot of talking and I have shared what I have been watching. What about you? It's your turn.
All right. Drag Race UK season 7. It's over. If
Mm.
I had had to predict who would win from the first episode, I would have lost money. But I was very happy with the
Oh,
person
good.
who won. She was great. It's a queen named Bones from London who just the artistry was spectacular. Like the
Mm.
makeup was gorgeous, the costuming was out of this world, but also turned out to be like very funny and like could
Mm.
kind of do a little bit of everything. So that was nice. Very, very happy for that queen. Canada's Drag Race started.
Oh.
And here's the exciting thing about Canada's Drag Race.
Mm.
One of the contestants is a drag queen and a drag king.
Oh.
Hmm. She introduced herself as Velma Jones. And so she's uses she they pronouns outside of drag as well, according
Mm.
to the RuPaul's Drag Race fandom wiki. But it's this is the first like woman that they've had as a drag queen, but also has a drag king persona called Johnny Jones. And
Oh.
so it was so great because the first episode was all about Velma. Even in the challenge in the second episode, did it as Velma. But Johnny was there on the runway for the runway look and was just fucking spectacular. And like she's an amazing king and he's an amazing, sorry, she's an amazing queen and he's an amazing king. Like it's so
I love
fun to
that.
see one of the drag races finally have a drag king on it because that's been one of the criticisms of the drag race
Oh,
franchise is
really?
it's
Okay.
acting like well there's only drag queens out there. It's like no, there's kings too.
Right.
Can we do that? So yeah, super excited to see that with someone from Quebec. And it's been fun so
Yay.
far. Like the talent this season is really fun. Also, do you remember how much I enjoyed the show Physical 100?
Yes.
And you know,
I
I
know.
love, I love a competition reality show from Korea. I just do at this point. And so there's been a new one called Physical Asia that Neil and I watched with our friends Amanda and Tanya, and it was awesome. There were 8 teams from 8 different countries
Wow.
and 6 people for each team. Korea, of course, Indonesia, Thailand, Japan. What was interesting is that we were like, but why is Australia here? And it seems like Australia was probably there because they participate in like the Pan-Asian Games.
Okay.
And Turkey was
Interesting.
there. And I don't know if I said 8.
You said
Mongolia.
8.
Oh my God, my favorite team, Mongolia. I almost didn't say. And then the Philippines.
Nice.
And they always competed as teams. They would occasionally have like one-on-one, like send your one person to do this, but for the most part, it was as teams. It was fun. It was super fun. And it was really interesting to see like who was good at what and the different styles. And there's so many strong people in this world.
That's
I
awesome.
loved it. I loved it. And then finally, I read a fanfic because that's just where I continue to
Oh,
be.
right. It's all right.
Yeah, I do think it's all right. I feel a little bad because I feel like I should be reading more actual published books. And it's not that I think fanfic isn't valid, it's that I know people are looking at us to recommend things they can read and watch. But I was like, what's this on my Kindle one day, shortly after we finished recording the last episode. And I started reading A Devil Wears Prada, of course,
Of
story.
course.
I think it's around 120,000 words.
Oh my
I
goodness.
didn't realize when I started reading it that it was never finished. So this is also
Oh,
notable because I managed to read a story that was never finished, which I don't do. I only read the ones that are finished, and I loved it.
do you know that it's not finished going in? How does
So,
that work? I don't read fanfic, but you
so this is where it
educate me.
got weird. Typically, what happens if you're getting it from Archive of Our Own, there's some sort of a like chapter number. So it'll be like if they know how many are to come, then it might say that there's like 6 out of 10 available.
Okay. Okay.
Or if they don't know how many there's going to be, it'll be like 6/?. In this case, it said it was either 16 or 17 out of that same number. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I start reading it, and then I'm like, wait, what? And then I went to the Facebook
Mm.
group and found out it's not finished. And I was like, well, I'm invested. I gotta keep going. And here's the thing, this is a story. I'm building so much anticipation, but it's been sitting on my Kindle since 2019 because every so
Wow.
often I'll just go onto the archive and I'll sweep a bunch of like, oh, this looks interesting. And if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. But when I do get to it, if I like it, I go and I leave a comment and I will like do the little like symbol to kind of like help boost its visibility. Like I try to be a good citizen in that way. But it also turns out it's like one of the classics of the Devil Wears Prada
Oh, wow.
fandom. It doesn't have the most like kudos is on it, but like for the people that are deep in it, they know it. And it's called The Lady and Her Dragons by Bear Blue. And I didn't really understand what the full premise was because even the description doesn't explain it. And then I'm reading it and I was like, how the hell do I explain this to anybody? This is bananas. But it was also so good. So it's, Devil Wears Prada. So it's set in New York with all the right people, except there's magic in the world. It's
Oh.
a fated mates situation. So you know that trope or theme of fated mates where it's like
Oh,
these
yes.
they are absolutely meant to be. There is some kind of a when they become aware of each other, it
Hmm.
becomes clear. And so Miranda Priestley is a dragon. She
Okay.
has a human form as Miranda Priestley, but also is a dragon. And I was like,
Makes sense.
okay, who has a fated mate who is
Oh.
Cruella de Vil.
Oh.
Aha.
What?
Yeah, like inspired by the
What?
Glenn Close one,
Okay.
who is also a
Okay.
dragon. They are too powerful to just be together on their own, so they need someone who's going to balance them,
Mm.
who is Andrea Sachs. And it's really good. Like it's really, really, really good.
And it has no ending.
It has no ending. It kind of gets close enough that you can sort of play out what likely happens. But it was really interesting to see in the comments people saying, can you please, you don't even have to finish the whole thing. Can you just write this scene? Can we just get to this one particular event so we can all feel better about it? And I was like, yeah, what they said. I also would like this. So I don't know if they're ever going to come back to it. It was also, so apparently the chapter numbering thing was just something to do with how it got pasted over from fanfic.net rather than posting in there as they went. So yeah, I really, really loved it. I really hope that author comes back to it. I don't think it's likely, but you never know. Wouldn't that be a blessing for everybody?
Yeah, I think I know at least one person who would be happy.
Me! It's
Yay!
me!
That's you.
Uh-huh. All right, Kris, what
Yes.
is your official recommendation this week?
So my official recommendation is a show called Heated Rivalry. It's on HBO Max and also Crave up in Canada. Now, to be fair, I've only seen 2 out of the 6 episodes, but that's because only 2 have dropped. But oh my, the episodes that I have seen. Oh my. And I would like to give a big shout out now to Tara, who was the one that said, hey, if you can't find anything, because she knew I was struggling with all these Hallmark movies that were just trash.
Yeah.
That she said, oh, try this one. And I love it. So here we go. The synopsis. 2 rival ice hockey stars at the top of their game face an unexpected challenge when they develop feelings for each other, complicating their careers and the sport's expectation. So it starts off in 2012. It was a different world back in 2012. We all know it. It was different. It starts off in 2012, and then I'm at the end of the second episode, we're in 2014. So there's a big jump in time. And it's basically because of the seasons. It'll say 4 months later, 6 months later, summertime. It'll give you just, basic timeline, but real light. So we have cute Canadian Shane Hollander, who is so far in the closet, he will never see daylight ever. Like, he is that far. And his parents are his #1 fans, and nobody knows that he is gay. Nobody knows. Not anybody close in his life, not his friends.
He barely knows.
Yeah, he barely knows. And, he ends up he's top of everything. He and this love interest that I'll talk about here in a second, there's a rivalry, like who gets to be rookie of the year, who gets picked first in the draft. So, like there's this whole thing back and forth. So we have Shane, and then we have the sexy bad boy, Ilya. I think it's Ilya. It's hard to say. It's Ilya. Ilya Rozanov. He's a Russian player who is also in the closet, but his brother knows that he's queer, and he blackmails him for money because he knows that his brother's making a ton of money playing hockey and getting all these deals. And he's like, I need you to send me $20,000. And he says bad names, trigger words. And then he has a dad that's a total asshole. And we don't know if the dad knows. We have no idea. We just know that he will never be good enough for his family. He will never be good enough. So he actually is recruited by the Boston team. I don't know what are team names at this point? It doesn't matter. It's about the love. It's just, I don't care.
This is amazing considering how hard you go for football.
I know. It's ice hockey. I know nothing about hockey, and I don't care. It's all right.
That's so
fine. Yeah. So this kid, this bad boy, he's drinks too much, he smokes, and he has slept with at least one woman in the show. Okay. So I don't know if that's a front. I don't know if he's bi. We're not quite sure. We haven't gotten there yet. He acts all tough, but he has a soft heart. He goes from softy to asshole to romantic dude to jerk. They're all over the place. But also when you're in the closet, you just, all these fast emotions come and go because you don't know how to handle them. You don't know how to be out and happy. And for sure, being from Russia, which is not accepted by his family or his friends or like the whole community, I'm sure. Yeah. So he's just fighting a lot of demons. And then you have Shane, who's super sweet, and he's never had a boyfriend before. And it's just they have really good times together and then they have bad times together where you're like, why is he being an asshole to Shane? Like you don't know. You just don't know what's going on. So, they hook up, use that term lightly, whenever they're in each other's spaces. Something like I said, sometimes it's 6 months apart, sometimes it's like 4 months, sometimes it's, that night. And it's not a very supportive relationship because it's really just about sex, or is it? We don't
Dun, dun,
know.
dun.
Like, they're both trying hard not to be consumed by each other, and thankfully they're failing at it. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to watch. This is a very graphic show. Like, the sex is completely believable and it's quite hot. And I am about chemistry. Like,
You care a lot.
these boys have some serious chemistry on screen, and I'm just like, oh, I'm tingly. What does that mean? I'm tingly. So
means they did a good job.
They did a good job. They really did. It was completely believable, and they're just both so pretty. I mean, of course they're just pretty people.
Yeah.
And I really hope that this has a good ending. Very few professional athletes are really out, especially in such a physical sport like ice hockey. I mean, it's probably the most physical sport. And this, like I said, this takes place like 13 years ago. It starts off 13 years ago. I don't know where it's going to end, if it's going to be like now or not. And when they first start sexting, it's actually kind of cute because they go by different names in the phones. So to throw it off in case somebody like gets, a hold of their phone, because this is before it was lock screen. This is way back in the day when you could get into phones like just by picking it up and looking at it. Like, so in my head, every time the guy, either one of them throws their phone in the locker, open locker, like somebody's going to like look at it. I have that dread that somebody is going to find the phone and then expose their relationship. So I don't know how this is going to go down, but I really hope it has a happy ending. So like, I think it's going to be explosive. But I hope that it ends up in a good place. I mean, it's not really about hockey, really. It's about relationships and chemistry and just basically really believable, not sex, but sex, like on the screen. There's a lot of chemistry there. And like I said, they're just so like adorable together when they're on. When they're off, I don't like it, because then one of them's an asshole and it's just, they just got to figure shit out. Yeah, so it's believable and it's enjoyable, and hopefully this will, I don't know if it's like every week they drop a new episode. I don't know, but it's called Heated Rivalry. I recommend at least the first 2 episodes.
Sounds, you and all the people talking about romance novels on Blue Sky too.
There you go.
That's how I heard about it, was all the authors that were super excited about it. And I think it's based on a book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it other than like 2 days ago you said, oh, here, try this, because the rest of the stuff that you're trying to watch is terrible. So, so thank you. So, Tara, what is your official recommendation?
So, my official recommendation this week is called Once Upon a Time in December by Alyson Root, who I've never read any of her books before, but she's a British author. And this one is fun because it's set mostly in New York City. One of the leads is American and one of the leads is British. So
I really love that.
Right? I mean, it made me think, I was like, I know a couple like that. And it's like, yeah, literally 2 ladies who are married to each other and they're both narrators. And neither of these people are narrators. But that's okay. So this has I don't really like calling them rich girl, poor girl romances anymore. I think of it almost
financial
as like
gap.
Yeah, I was going to say wealth gap. Yeah, financial gap for sure.
Love them.
If one of the families is probably close to, if not in billionaire range, is it wealth versus financial at that point? I'm thinking too hard about
probably.
it.
Yeah, you are. Move on.
All right. So Whitley DuPont is from this like mega rich family. She's like part of the family company's leadership team, working on the finance side there. And she also does a lot of work with the family foundation. So their like philanthropic efforts are deeply, deeply important to her, doing like really good, important work. At the foundation's Christmas gala, she is absolutely humiliated because she has proposed to her boyfriend in front of everybody a week after he told her that he wanted to be proposed to. And he kind of does the whole like, ooh, and then pulls her aside and says, I've met somebody. I want to have an open relationship with you.
No.
Layla Simmons is this absolutely incredible violinist who she and her friends are playing at the gala. And so she basically gets to watch not only all of this go down, but when the boyfriend brings his girlfriend
Oh
there,
no.
gets to see Whitley start just loses her damn mind and grabs ornaments off the tree and starts hurling them at him. And so then at the end of the night, when Layla is like ready to leave, she kind of goes out outside her back door or something like that in the building, and she sees Whitley's just throwing more ornaments at the wall just to try to burn off her energy. She's like, "Hey, do you want to go get like a hot cocoa or something? Like, you wanna calm down? Let's go do that." And
Oh.
so they do. They go and they check out this like little choir of kids, which was kind of cool as like a
Ah.
stop along the way. And then they go to a diner and they have hot cocoa and they have this like great evening. And that's kind of it. And like Layla has a crush, but it's like, I don't date straight women. I don't go after straight women. That's fine. The following year, Layla and her friends are hired again. And when Layla goes to leave, Whitley's there waiting for her with a cart and says, "Hey, do you want to get hot chocolate again? Let's make this a
Ah.
tradition." So it's very cute. And ends up taking her back to her penthouse. No sex, no kissing, nothing like that happens. They just like talk the whole night, basically. And the next day, Whitley has to basically leave like within a day or two to go to the UK for work for almost a year, but is like, she's losing it then talking to her brother and sister and is like, "I think I have a crush on a woman."
Oh.
I didn't think that that was a thing I did. Oh no, what do I do? And yeah, the story is very, very sweet. And I think one of the things that I love about it is that like it is truly a Christmas romance because the foundation, like that holiday party that the foundation has every year, is really an anchor point for the story. So we see kind of all the circumstances around how they meet with the first one, and then we see nothing in between when they like split up from each other the first night until the following. And then they do stay in touch that year, but we don't really see that because Christmas is the anchor. So it picks up again at the following Christmas
Hmm.
when Whitley is absolutely aware that she has serious feelings for Layla. It's very cute. And then the epilogue
S-
also is another Christmas party.
Ah, so do they talk during the year? Do they like text, because the whole time
They
change? Is there?
do
Oh,
regularly. They do video calls.
nice.
We
That's
don't get to
sweet.
see any of it, which at first I
Mm.
was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then when I realized what it was doing with the no, 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 we're going from Christmas party to Christmas party to Christmas party.
But we're all getting older. What?
Yeah, I
A
do
lot
think
of
there was
time.
it was structurally, I think, quite interesting because I don't think I've seen that before. There's no angst at all in this story. There is
Good.
none. And I think we need that. That's right
Yes.
now.
Yes, we
There is
do.
enough in the world. And also, I think, especially for a Christmas romance,
Right.
I don't need tension. Just give me good vibes. It's very cute. I mean, there is a little bit of tension because it is that whole like the will they won't they
Mm.
revolves around like, okay, but Whitley's straight, right? Oh, she's not straight. Okay, can she muster the guts to say that?
Mm.
Aha, she can. Okay, but they have these very, very different, they have like dramatically different lives. Because, like I said, Whitley's super rich, like family has a private jet rich.
Nice.
And Layla is a musician. Musicians
Not making us much money.
are not rich. And also she really likes busking, like a lot. Like it just, I don't know. So they're very different from each other. They have different backgrounds, but they also have different interests. And I like that as something that they really appreciate about each other is how different they are. It was also interesting to see, I think Whitley was immediately charmed by how Layla treats her. Because as somebody who's like that wealthy, that and from a family that's that influential, she's kind of used to people treating her in a particular type of
Mm.
way and like the dynamics of that. And Layla doesn't do that. She doesn't give a fuck. She says what's on her mind. She will tell you what she thinks, or she will ask you what she needs to know. I will say though, as I was reading it, the official blurb just said that she's quirky, but there were so many things that she said and did that made me wonder if she's neurospicy. Because I was reading it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, this seems like a little bit of ADHD and maybe a little bit of autism. Ask me how I know. Like, what could be happening here? And if that is the case, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but like I think if it is, the representation was really excellent, and I really enjoyed it. And some of the side characters are also wonderful. So extra special shout out to Whitley's siblings, who are twins, and they are hilarious. Like, they're all adults, but like the twins can just see her losing her mind with this attraction. They're like, yeah, no, we like her. She's good. It'll be fine. You're gonna be fine. There's a bet at one point that was so funny. Like, yeah, this family's great. So I think if people want something warm and cozy, definitely, Once Upon a Time in December by Alyson Root is a great choice. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's even on there. So you can just go grab it from there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. That is all for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the show, as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do on your app. And if you have somebody that you think would be interested in any of what we talked about today, please tell them all about it or send them the link.
Or if you want to connect with us on your favorite social media sites, we have links in the show notes for that too. Or you can just search for us or email us at podcast@queerlyrecommended.com. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.